is going on, guys? Welcome back. It is Friday evening, 7 o'clock already, getting a late start. We actually just got back from Muldoon's. We were hoping to wrap up the 05 tonight, bring that back. That would be the video that you're watching now, part 2 of the paddle shifter install. If you guys did not see part 1 of the paddle shifter install, you guys are missing out. Go back to the last video, check that one out. It is a good video. So anyway, tonight we got a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, well, I skipped over the part where the 05's not done. Computer updating difficulties. Who has been there with a computer that you need to do something with but that you haven't updated in a long time? I only use this specific Dell laptop for HP tuners and EFI Live. Hasn't been updated in forever. The firmware, the hardware, the somethingware, whatever, just took, it was not cooperating. So we ran out of daylight to finish filming that second part. So we'll be back down there Monday. You guys will see that part 2 on Tuesday. So Tuesday is a big day. Tuesday, not only because of the 05, we get the 05 back, we'll finish that up. Tuesday is also another big day because Wrenchworks, you guys know Allie and I's brand that supports you guys and girls out there that love to be in the garage, wrenching away, working on your projects, your hobbies, your passions. Our fall launch is on Tuesday. So we'll get into all of the details on that, but mark your calendars for Tuesday. I don't know what time yet. We have new hoodies, we got new designs, we have long sleeves back. All the fall cold weather that I love so much is finally coming around. You can feel it, and that means sweatshirt season. And that's Greg's favorite season, so we got a lot of cool fall stuff coming out. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff to give away, a lot of cool stuff. Anyway, I'll stop talking about that. So what are we doing today? What are we doing today? We pulled the dually in here because once we did the suspension on the dually, you know, we wanted the front springs to settle a little bit. It does have a little bit of rake towards the back right now, which that's just not Greg's cup of tea. If that is your tea, that's no problem. But it's just a little bit too high in the front right now. So what we're gonna be doing is Thurin offers a 2.25 coil, which is what's in here now. Way I measured it, I thought a little bit over 2 was gonna be perfect. Turns out the next size down is probably what we're gonna need to get this thing to set perfectly level, which is a 1.7 coil, which is what we have in here. So what we're gonna be doing this evening, nothing crazy. We're gonna be popping the old coils out of here, well, the new coils, but we're gonna swap them with a little bit shorter coil to really level this thing out. And then we have, I won't show them to you guys, there's a whole lot of parts over here for the 08. So we know the wheels and tire package that we're going with, the suspension package for the 08, which we will go grab once we're done here. We'll bring that in, we'll talk about all of that stuff. So let's get started. The other thing that has come in is all of the fittings, all of the Vibrant fittings for the first gen. So if you guys missed the videos where we changed all of the suspension stuff and I went into detail about how to change everything, I'm gonna give you a quick, simple 30-second crash course on how to drop the coils out of these 4th gen trucks. Now that I've done it once, I feel like I'm getting quite a bit more familiar with it. So only 4 things that need to happen for me to lower this axle. As you can see, jack stands underneath the frame, jack underneath the axle that'll allow me to go up and down with it. Track bar bolt at the frame all the way over on the other side. Lower shock bolts, what we'll take off, we need to disconnect these 2 brake lines and the sway bar end link. So we're gonna take this bolt, that bolt, these 2 15 millimeters, this 21, I believe it is. Those are a 19, track bar is a 27. These 2 bolts right here and right here are 13. So I'm gonna disconnect all that, both sides, lower the jack down, that will take these coils right out. Put the new coils back in, and simple as that. Make sure they're indexed properly, and we will be all set, good to go. Put the wheels back on, see what our ride height looks like now. Ready? Let's do it. Guys, got the old coils out, got them right next to the new coils. Really can't tell a height difference per se. I tried to see if you could see any type of height difference. We're really only talking about maybe a ½ inch or so on paper. But if you can tell, there is about, and I actually grabbed my measurement instrument there, they are actually, the 2.25s are a little bit thicker, like 1 millimeter thicker material as opposed to this. So this actually is a thinner coil material, but we're gonna go ahead, pop these back in, lower this thing down. Really shouldn't take too long, and we will see what kind of difference it makes on the truck. Okay, guys, we are wrapped up. It is back down on the ground. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell from the video, but I can definitely tell standing here in the shop. It's kind of hard to tell, but it definitely lowered it enough. I measured from the ground up to the wheel well on both. You know, did the whole hoppity hop, you know, shake the front end. We are measuring exactly the same front to back. So just a little bit less of a wheel gap in the front, and I think we'll be good. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go swap this truck out for the 08, bring the 08 in. We'll try and get some maybe outside look at this, make sure you guys can tell what the difference looks like, and then we're gonna go bring the 08 in, go over some of the suspension stuff on that, we'll go from there. Guys, we got the 08 pulled in the shop here in its little resting place here while we get the suspension changed out. If you guys missed, we are going with Nitto Ridge Grappler 35s on our old American Force 20 2x12 wheels. So those are the wheels and tires we're gonna be using. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go over all of the suspension stuff that I got laid out on the table of what we're gonna be using. The main center point piece is going to be our Thurin 3-inch coils. So this thing is gonna go up about 3 inches from where it's at now. This thing is sitting at stock height. So along with the 3-inch coils, we have pretty much all Thurin stuff. Again, these guys, you guys know how much I love the guys over at Thurin. These guys produce the best suspension stuff on the market. So went with a couple different things from the dually suspension. We're gonna stick with the factory sway bar. We're gonna go with their end link kits and the way they set these up. These actually, it's kind of crazy. I've never actually seen this. The factory sway bar without you take out the bushings and this slides in. We'll go over everything as we install it, but got their end link kit with the factory sway bar, got their King steering damper. This is the same as what was on the dually. We are gonna have to use a little bit of a different mount because the steering is a little bit different than on the 4th gen 2018. Up next, moving to the rear of the truck, we have Thorns Shackle Kit. These are actually for the rear shackle of the leaf pack. These go from the frame down to the bushing. What these do, what they've found, is these eliminate some binding when suspension kind of travels up and down in the leaf pack. These actually prevent a little bit less binding than the OEM shackles. Up next, moving back to the front, we have another Thurin track bar. You guys know how beefy this thing was. I showed you last time. What's a little bit different now is this truck actually has smaller hardware that attaches to it. The bolt diameters are just a little bit smaller. So this is an upgrade. You do just have to drill and ream some holes out to mount these bigger bolts. So we are going to do that. That was recommended for us to do. That is definitely an upgrade. So we are going to go ahead and do that with the track bar. So just a couple other little different variations. Next up, we got some more King shocks. I would consider these maybe the baby Kings. These are pretty much the entry-level King shocks. No reservoir. Still are fully rebuildable. still fully tuned from Thurin by King. Really, really nice shock, but definitely not anything like a reservoir mount, anything crazy. These still should ride really, really, really nice. So I believe they are not really even a 2-inch body. They may be close to 2-inch, but still really, really, really awesome shock. Last but not least, we have a full set of new control arms. So a little bit of background on that. These are actually the same control arms that I have in the truck. So they are fully rebuildable. I called them up to get new bushings because I was just going to take them out, put new bushings in it. That way everything's fresh. Seems that they have upgraded their bushings in the new control arms, and they no longer had any of the old style bushings for me to replace them. So they were giving a discount if I wanted to just upgrade to the new style with the new bushing, so we went ahead and did that. So all new control arms, we don't have to screw with anything. We'll just pop the old ones out, put these in. I'm not sure if the bushings are even bad in those, but seeing that everything was going to be apart, I didn't really want to take a chance. So that's going to be the full, it's pretty much changing everything. The only thing I'm slightly and possibly concerned about is the rear lift on these shackles is 1.75. We are going 3-inch up in the front. As you can see right now, you guys know that I've messed around with the rear leaf pack, reverse leveling this thing, dropping this thing down. So those 1.75 shackles will probably lift it up if I had a factory leaf pack, pretty much level with that 3-inch lift. Now that I've kind of lowered the rear, I'm wondering if it's gonna, you know, do one of those kind of like how we had on the dually. So we might have to acquire some shims that were factory, like the factory blocks or maybe a factory overload. We're gonna have to do possibly something with that to try and get that up level with the 3-inch. So I'm already thinking that we might have to do that. But that is it, guys. Super pumped. Very, very excited to get all of this stuff on, get the wheels and tires bolted up. As of right now, the only thing I think we are waiting on is I had our spiked lug nuts that we had on our old wheels and tires repowder coated. So we're gonna be waiting on those, but I think those should be done today. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up the video for this evening, this weekend. We're hoping to get all of this stuff installed, still get some work done on the first gen. It's gonna be a busy, busy weekend. Make sure you guys have Tuesday on your calendars. I would greatly appreciate it. That is gonna do it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Hit that like button before you leave. Subscribe if you have not already. See you tomorrow.